G'day mates, welcome back to Aussie Oddities. Today, we're gonna dive into something that'll make your skin crawl faster than finding a redback in your dunny. We're talking about the deadliest beaches in the world, right here in our own backyard. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but mate, aren't the sharks the scary ones? Well, buckle up, because I'm about to tell you why those big grey fellas are the least of your worries when you're taking a dip up north. Before we get stuck into it, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you're keen to learn more about the weird and wonderful things that make Australia the most bizarrely dangerous place on Earth. Alright, let's get into it. So, picture this. You're on holiday in Far North Queensland, the sun's blazing down and the crystal blue water of the Coral Sea is calling your name. Looks like paradise, right? Well, what if I told you that between October and May, these gorgeous waters are home to the most venomous creature on the entire planet? I'm talking about the box jellyfish, or as we scientists call it, Chironex fleckeri. But don't worry about remembering that fancy name. Just remember that if you see one, you're in strife. These little buggers aren't your average jellyfish. Nah, they're something else entirely. For starters, they're not even really jellyfish. They're actually in a separate class called cubozoa. And unlike your regular blob-shaped jellies that just drift around, these ones can actually swim. Yeah, they can move at about 7.5 kilometers an hour. That's faster than you can probably paddle when you're panicking. And if you think you can just spot them and swim away, think again. They're nearly invisible in water. Their bodies are 95% water and completely transparent. The only bit you might see are the tentacles, and by then, mate, it's probably too late. Speaking of tentacles, each box jellyfish has up to 15 tentacles on each corner, and they can grow up to 3 meters long. That's taller than most of us. And every single centimeter of those tentacles is packed with tiny little harpoons called nematocysts, about 5,000 of them per centimeter. When they touch your skin, they fire these microscopic poison darts that pump venom into you faster than a tradie bounds a cold beer after work on Friday. Now here's where it gets properly hectic. The venom from a box jellyfish is considered the most powerful in the animal kingdom. One big box jellyfish has enough venom to kill 60 adult humans. And they don't muck around. The venom can kill you in as little as 2 minutes. That's less time than it takes to cook a packet of 2-minute noodles. The pain? Well, survivors describe it as the worst pain imaginable, like being burned with hot acid and electrocuted at the same time. One sting can cause your heart to stop, your nervous system to shut down, and your skin to die and fall off. Not exactly the holiday souvenir you were after, eh? Since 1883, these deadly jellies have killed at least 70 people in Australian waters. But the real number is probably way higher, because back in the day, a lot of drownings might have actually been jellyfish attacks. So, why haven't you heard more about this? Well, because us Aussies have gotten pretty good at dealing with them. Between the stinger nets at popular beaches, the vinegar stations for first aid, and the stinger suits that look like something out of a sci-fi movie, we've adapted to living alongside these deadly creatures. But here's the thing that'll really cook your noodle. Climate change is making their habitat bigger. These jellies used to only be found in the waters of northern Australia, but now they're being spotted further and further south each year. Some scientists reckon they could eventually make it all the way down to Sydney. Imagine that! Bondi Beach closed, not because of sharks, but because of invisible floating death traps. Now, I'm not telling you this to scare you off our beautiful beaches. Nah, that's not the Aussie way. I'm telling you this so you can be smart about it. Here's how we locals handle it. First off, always swim at patrolled beaches and between the flags.
Our lifesavers are dead-set legends who know exactly what to look for. Second, pay attention to the signs. If there's a sign saying there might be stingers, believe it. It's not just the council being paranoid. Third, during stinger season, October to May in the north, wear a stinger suit. Yeah, you might look like a bit of a gala, but it's better than ending up on the news for all the wrong reasons. And fourth, if someone does get stung, douse the sting in
vinegar for at least 30 seconds. Don't try to pull the tentacles off, don't wash with fresh water, and definitely don't wee on it. That's a myth, and it'll just make things worse. But here's a little local secret most tourists never hear about. If you're really keen for a swim during stinger season, head to the freshwater swimming holes instead. The box jellies can't survive in fresh water, so places like Crystal Cascades near Cairns or Josephine Falls in the Atherton Tablelands are your best bet for a safe dip. Alright, so now you know why us Aussies have a healthy respect for the ocean. It's not just the sharks, the crocs, the sea snakes, the stonefish, the blue-ringed octopus, or the cone snails you need to worry about. It's also the nearly invisible floating death traps. But you know what? That's just part of living in Australia. We've got the most beautiful country on Earth, but Mother Nature made sure we'd have to earn the right to enjoy it. Before I wrap this up, here's a fact that'll blow your mind. Box jellyfish have 24 eyes. Yeah, 24. They're arranged in clusters of 6 on each side of their box-shaped body. Some of these eyes are surprisingly sophisticated and can actually see images, not just light and dark. So while you can't see them, they can definitely see you. And if that's not weird enough, they also have 4 brains. Well, sort of. They have 4 nerve clusters that act as processing centers. For something that looks like a plastic bag with strings attached, they're surprisingly complex creatures. So there you have it, mates. The shocking truth about Australia's most dangerous beaches. Next time you're planning a trip up north, remember, the most deadly things in Australia aren't always the ones with big teeth or scary reputations. Sometimes it's the things you can barely see that you need to watch out for. If you enjoyed learning about our deadly marine life, give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what other Aussie dangers you'd like me to cover next. Maybe the inland taipan, or perhaps the Sydney funnel web spider? Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos about the weird, wonderful, and sometimes deadly things that make Australia unlike anywhere else on Earth. Catch you later, cobbers!